China's massive hackers campaign has drastically increased its cyber attacks against the United States since the leader of the Chinese Communist Party, Xi Jinping, reached power in 2012. From espionage to theft of intellectual property and sabotage, here is a look at 20 of the biggest Chinese cyber attacks against the United States in the last 10 years. August 2014, Hack of Health Community Systems. A group of hackers supported by the state in China, referred to as APT-18, launched an advanced malware attack against community health systems, with Thirsty in Tennessee, one of the biggest hospital health services in the country. The group managed to exfiltrate the confidential information of over 4.5 million patients, including their social security numbers, phone numbers, addresses, names and dates of birth. November 2014, NOAA and USPS hackers supported by the state in China launched malware attacks against several government entities, including the USA Postal Service, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Office and the Office of Personnel Management. The personal information from over 800,000 USPS employees, as well as customers who called the customer service, were exfiltrated. NOAA employees reported they were immediately able to restore service to 4 affected sites, but they didn't report the incident for months, which was a violation of the U.S. politics. June 2015, hack of the Personnel Management Office. The main contracting agency of the federal government was hacked by cyber actors supported by the state in China. Over 1 million personal information of users, including names, addresses and social security numbers, were stolen. The affected included employees and current and ancient federal employees, as well as candidates for federal and individual employees listed on the record-checking forms. The attack was the third and larger of its kind in a matter of weeks, and it seemed to have data and apps specifically directed to the U.S. security authorizations. As such, stolen data also included financial histories and family information from those who submitted federal background checks at the time. January 2016, DuPont Chemical hacked. The Pang Group, a Chinese state manufacturer of steel, was accused by the U.S. government of stealing trade secrets from DuPont, a large chemical corporation. The group obtained access to information on the computers of the U.S. company. Pangang worked with unidentified hackers to buy commercial secrets from a longtime employee of DuPont, who stole the company's method to manufacture titanium dioxide, a white pigment used in many applications, including semiconductors and solar panel cells. April 2017, FAAA, NASA submarine phishing Kampa, NASA Song Wu, an employee of the Aeronautical and Space State and Defense, supposedly initiated a submarine campaign against targets in the Federal Aviation Administration, NASAA, USA, Air Force, Navy and Army. Wu was later accused in 2024 for creating email accounts impersonating researchers and engineers based in the U.S. to get restricted software used for aerospace engineering and computer fluids. Dynamic. The U.S. government claimed that the obtained software could be used to develop advanced tactical missiles and aerodynamic projects for other weapons. May 2017, hack of the Chinese military hackers violated the Equifax credit agency in the biggest known robbery of personal information. Over 145 million confidential American personal data, including the numbers of Social Security and driver's license, were stolen. The hackers also obtained about 200,000 American credit card numbers. The hackers routed traffic through approximately 34 servers located in almost 20 countries to overshadow their true location. Later, the United States indicted 4 members of China's armed forces by the hack in 2020. Like most of these cases, the hackers remain in China and never were arrested. January 2018, Navy people, technology hackers supported by the Chinese state supposedly compromised the computers of an USA Navy contractor and stole a large amount of highly confidential data on submarine war, including U.S. plans for a supersonic anti-ship missile known as Sea Dragon for use in submarines, informed the Washington Post. The hacked material also included signs and sensor data, information on submarine cryptographic systems and electronic war documents from the main Navy's main development unit of submarine development. June 2019, Submarine Phishing Campaign APT-10 APT-10, a group of hackers run by the Ministry of State Security of China, initiated a massive submarine phishing campaign and hacking visiting aerospace companies, engineering and telecommunications of the United States. Using stolen passwords and malware, the hackers managed to steal records related to 130,000 Navy members. The Huntington Ingalls Industries, the largest construction company of U.S. military ships and nuclear submarines, recognized that it was the target of the attack and that computer systems of one of their subsidiaries were discovered connecting to a foreign server controlled by APT-10. August 2019, Hacks APT-41 revealed the APT-41 hackers group, Thirsty in China, penetrated and spied global technology providers, communications and health for the Ministry of State Security. The group implanted rootkits, granting a difficult control to detect on computers, compromising millions of copies of a utilitarian called CCleaner. The APT-41 also kidnapped an update of software driven by ASUS to reach 1 million computers, visiting a small subset of these users. February 2021, Chinese access to the NSA hacking tools revealed Israeli researchers discovered that Chinese spies stole and implanted the code developed for the first time by the USA National Security Agency to support your hackers' operations. NSA's hacking tools leaked online in 2017. Still, cyber investigators found evidence that the Chinese hackers APT-31 supported by the Communists implanted an identical tool already in 2014. This suggests that the hackers based in China had persistent access to the best cybernetic national security tools in the country for years. March 2021, Silk Typhoon, a cybernetic espionage group associated with the China State Security Ministry, stole emails and passwords from over 30,000 organizations exploring failures in the Microsoft Exchange servers. The group, nicknamed Silk Typhoon by Microsoon, worked in narrow collaboration with APT-40, enjoying a failure in Microsoft to obtain total access to emails hosted in over 250,000 servers in the United States. Among the most affected organizations by the hack were American pharmaceutical companies, defense contractors, and think tanks. December 2021, Log4j hacks the APT-41 returned to action, enjoying a previously unknown vulnerability in the common open code software used Log4j. The group used vulnerability to invade at least 6 unspecified networks of U.S. government agencies during a 9-month period. Vulnerability allowed APT-41 to accompany the chatter and clicks of the user and follow the clicks on the user link to external sites, allowing hackers to control a directed server. The hackers then used the network's kidnap to mining cryptemos, creating botnets, send spam and establish backdoors for future malware attacks. Remarkably, the Alibaba company, Thirsty in China, discovered for the first time the security failure and reported it particularly to Apache Software, which created the affected software. The Chinese Communist Party later punished the Alibaba by revoking an information sharing agreement, since the Chinese law requires that security failures be reported to the regime. And so China's been trying to destroy the US for years, and what Trump will do to fight this very powerful enemy. Because it became a real and unpowerful threat. But is it you disagree? Leave your opinion on the comments.